He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Eagles' return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Give to the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires into traffic, intercepted. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. It wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And the Huskies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up if you want to go for it on 4th.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Going up top on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Across the 25, he's got room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Kennesaw State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to at KSU. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He'll keep it himself. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the make in the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense, setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable, make him feel that pressure, keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And the timing just a hair off. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it on the right. He's loose. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. The throw to the outside is complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught near the sideline, it's Morris. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Huskies. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Looking down the middle. Hauls it in. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Pulls it in. It's Morris. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Muscling ahead on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And obviously on that third down situation, the running game's in play. They go arm.
It's a fake he wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. And the pass is caught, and the fake works. They get the first. The fake punt works to absolute perfection, and it's a touchdown. Channeling their inner Mad Hatter, pulling out the fake punt. Defense didn't have a clue it was coming, and they get the touchdown.
And I think you call this play when you know what the defense is going to do, and you try to get the first down, but even better, get the bigger play. The punter coming through with a great throw, scoring a long touchdown. Beautiful job. Nice fake punt.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this.
I don't know if you guys can hear me because I don't have a headset on, but I converted my like trash backup TV to punter. It's so nice because I can run that play. So you guys better watch out when Sweetwater get dusted by that.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they got him for the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Off play action. He'll take the deep shot. Snags it inside the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll run the toss. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home.
And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
One of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly out to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He looks that one in nicely. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Eagles want to crank the tempo.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback. You're going to have time to throw.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. He's looking to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He'll do it himself. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got his man. And he He's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.